Hi Yashvi.
Hi.
Hey Yashvi, how are you?
Am
Hi,
I
Shashank. How are you?
Good, good.
cool, dude? So we'll get into it. Let me introduce you, or you can do that as well. But I'm gonna start with myself. This is Shaurya Mehta, that's Shashank. We're the founders of Top Line Selling. We've got Yashvi here today, and she'll introduce herself. It's gonna be a quick call just to understand how and what made you get into sales. What made you do the work? Good days, bad days, whatnot, and yeah, just your overall experience. So first what you can do is introduce yourself, who you are and what you've been doing. Yashvi.
Hi, everyone. My name is Yashvi. I'm 18 years old. I'm currently pursuing engineering. And while pursuing engineering, I just got an idea. I found sales all about high ticket closing online. I read about it. I found it intriguing enough to give it a try because for the future. So I started studying about it online. I did a fair study for like 15 days, and after that I came across Shaurya and Shashank. I reached out to him on LinkedIn, and that's it.
Nice dude, nice. I remember that first call. I'll send you a recording of it if you don't have it yet. What I'm curious about, no, I don't think Shashank knows this, but when we spoke for the first time, before you even got into sales, what were you doing then? Before the sales part happened, where you thought, sales karni hai, what were you doing at the time?
Before sales, I was in my first year of engineering. I was pursuing engineering, and that day, the first day when you came on a call with me, I remember I bunked two lectures for that Zoom meeting.
Yeah, I was surprised
So
with that too, Fish. Yeah. But tell me one thing. First year engineering student in Punjab, 17 years old. I'm sure randomly Sunday morning उठ के you were not like कि चलो sales करते हैं, है ना? What was that moment of decision where you were like, कि, okay, I want to really get into something that can help me make money and I want to learn sales? What was that moment of decision?
the moment of decision was firstly looking at people online who are making money because I don't personally know anyone who was doing this high ticket closing thing and eventually making money. But I saw a lot of people doing it online. And
Right.
when I started to read about it, I thought it can be a legitimate thing to do.
Hmm,
So that was the moment when it came as a thing that, yeah, this can be a career path to pursue.
got it.
Only the money part, or was it something else also that kind of motivated you apart from the money?
Apart from money, it was freedom at an early age.
Okay. Nice. Nice.
Fair enough. ठीक है. So I think we started working together a month ago, 1 month, 1.5 month ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, what was your overall experience while training with Shaurya and me? Overall, how was your experience?
Overall, before training with you guys, I didn't have a quite a framework or a path to follow. I was just looking at stuff online, whatever I would get here and there, I would read it, study it, or either watch a YouTube video or so. But when I got on that call with Shaurya, I came across that there is a proper framework to do all
Mhm.
the things in past 1 month that you taught, all the beliefs, the probing part,
Yeah.
the practicing, and maintaining that document.
Hmm.
The
I
Bible.
think that was
The sales Bible. Cool. And
Yeah.
out of all of these, Yashvi, what I would want to understand is what clicked for you the most. Like you learned the framework, objection handling, setting script, all that jazz. What was that one thing that made you realize, oh damn, this is really something? What was that moment for you?
see, to be honest, and as an 18-year-old, I was thinking this is another scam that was going to happen with me, that I would pay the money and nobody would show up after that. But you guys showed up. constantly showed up. After 3 days, if I forgot to message, I would get a message from the person that we have a class to do. And the most that clicked was the one on one training. Not only the sales part, but also a personal coaching thing that I was getting mentally when I was frustrated on those bad days that kept me motivated to move forward.
I still haven't received that pizza, uh, dinner pizza for all this coaching session. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense, and I get it. I know you started like very recently, so so for you to build up numbers, it's gonna take a minute. That's fine. However, ये पिछले एक महीने में was there a time where you felt good and confident about what you were doing? Like, let's say when you maybe set up those interview calls, or you booked those calls, or you went on the interview, landed all of them, or whatever. Was there a specific moment where you told yourself, ki, damn, like I can be good at this?
Firstly, was landing interviews when
Hmm.
I was getting to go and just land interviews 2 or 3 in a day. Even that
Yeah.
that happened, and I was almost like, if you say qualifying all of them, that was the part when I realized that, yeah, I can be good at this. And secondly, when I landed an offer and started booking calls and people started showing up, second would be that I can be good at this if I just put in some more effort and work.
But a lot of people struggle with landing interviews. So anything apart from what we discussed, हमने जो training करी थी, कि ये कर लो, वो कर लो and all that. I'm gonna say that here. But apart from that, was there anything else that you did that got you? I remember you getting 3 to 4 interviews in the first 7 days. So ऐसा कुछ different किया था that you probably did not tell us, or I don't know, that you would like to share with somebody, because that's unheard of, right? कि first week of sales you land 3 4 interviews.
Nothing different, but before starting this training, my LinkedIn wasn't as appropriate as it should be for landing interviews. But you guys told me how to optimize that. And that optimization, very small things, very small tweaks. And those small tweaks, I guess, helped me land interviews, which I was not able to before this part.
Right.
So how many interviews did you give overall in this entire period?
Overall, I gave 8 to 9 interviews.
Yeah.
8 to 9. Wow. Okay.
How did it feel choosing that, okay, I don't want to take this job, I want to take that job, having options?
Felt overwhelmed at sometimes, sometimes baffling, sometimes glad. So mixed emotions.
Was it good overwhelming?
Yeah, it was good overwhelming.
Because a 17-year-old landing, getting offers from 7 8 different people where she's in a position to choose does not happen very normally. So, damn good job. I was very impressed by that as well. तो वो तो मैंने बताया हुआ है. But damn cool, यार. Talking about the part where you landed, you took up this, offer with a marketing agency. Um, it was a vibe check or whatnot. We trained on setting, how to set calls, how to get people to show up, and how to manage data. What made you be so much on point? Because I remember you booking too many calls. So what was your action plan? कि भाई मैं अभी offer पे आ गई हूँ. How am I gonna make the most use of it? What was your mindset when you actually were entering this company?
Yeah.
When I started doing this first day, I did struggle for first 2 3 days. I did struggle. People were canceling, people were hanging up.
Hmm.
It got frustrated at some point, but after that, I guess I got to know that it's just a game of numbers. Call up as many people as I can. So, dheere dheere, it started building up that momentum.
Hmm.
And eventually, people started, I started booking, people started showing up.
Right.
Hmm. Perfect.
Nice, dude. I would love for you to update those stats on LinkedIn as well, the setting stats.
I will.
Perfect. I think how many calls did you book, Yashvi? It was 30 plus something calls, right?
I booked 37 calls.
That was in your
37?
first month.
Huh. 37 calls got booked, 30 people showed up, I think. That was it.
Yeah, 27, 28 people showed up.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Perfect. Awesome, Yashvi. I think to conclude this, one last thing that we would want to understand is, let's say if somebody is watching, he's also or she's also 18, 19, 20, 17, and they're thinking whether they should join sales or not, work with us or not. What would be your honest advice to them?
They should definitely give this a try. They should give sales a try for once if they feel that this is the path they want to pursue.
Mhm.
That's best. And when it comes to working with you guys, then I guess there's no second thought in that. They should not think over twice to work with you guys. You guys provide everything that's, I guess, needed. So, yeah.
This is coming from the person who really over thought about it too much for 5 days. Yeah. Overall, are you a confident person than the last 45 days in your mind? Because I remember having this conversation with you where you're learning something that most of your peers and friends are not, and you're operating on a different frequency. So, sales and all fine, money and all kept aside. Doing this overall training and upskilling, how is that just helping you with your confidence, your outlook on life or career overall? Before we end this.
As a person,
Yeah,
that overthinking, I had that bad habit of overthinking, which is still there, but eventually doing this, that is diminishing with time. And I feel more confident and outlook towards people have changed because sales all about people.
yeah.
So looking at different people, I just look them now with a different perspective.
Fair enough, dude.
Nice.
Yeah, perfect. I think we've covered quite a bit of ground here. So let's conclude. Thank you, Yashvi Agarwal from Punjab. Uh, anything you want to say, Barry?
Not really. It was an amazing, it was
Yeah.
amazing to see Yashvi grow overall. I remember the first session when we were both together, we were introducing her to the goals, vision, all that jazz. And Yashi was feeling overwhelmed by the end of the session. Cut to she booking like 9 interview calls, 30 sales calls and all. That was good growth.
Crazy, dude. I'm glad we could do this. Thank you so much for your time and wish you all the luck, dude.
Thank you.
Perfect. See you,
Cheers.
Yashvi.
See you. Bye.
I want to pause this.